spacer, which is going to probably contain ice. Ice is usually the one item that's located there, as all the other kind of places are locked off without bombs or something of that nature. And SunWu having a little bit of trouble there, forgetting to kill the orange gamer to make that door unlocked. He has been playing a lot of map rando lately, where that is not required, so it might just be a little stumble on his part. We did have BrakeJake checking that item at Croc Escape, and its power bombs. Not very likely that they'll be checking that item because all the upgrades themselves are on the Chozo statues. And we got ice, as is typical for this start. This will allow them to get back out of Red Tower in logic. You know, with the little Varia soft lock tweaks there, you don't need it to get out at all. It's just, I think, to get this particular part that SunWu is at, you need to have ice for logic. But of course, as BrakeJake shows off, you don't actually need ice. Yeah, very quickly went up Red Tower, making some time on SunWu here. He's also opting to turn off ice now that he's gotten past that Red Tower section. Finding bombs here is pretty nice. Allows them to check this item back here for some extra ammo and possibly any tank. Turning off ice allowed SunWu to kind of catch back up here. I think SunWu, seeing that he has one of each of the ammo types, deciding to skip this check here. Ooh, double power bomb drops, very nice. SunWu opting to unlock this door here. Nice, finding another power bomb pack. If he decides to go down to the vanilla morph spot, we'll allow him to check Billy Mays, but probably not super likely for him to, considering that none of the upgrades will be there. And with that, we have them pretty closely synced now. Yes, and as Chrono points out, that is enough power bombs for SunWu to get through Gauntlet. Would be very nice. With if an item is there, then it'll keep them from having to come back to get it later. And especially if it's something nice, then they will benefit pretty highly from this. Running a screw attack at Bomb Trezo, very nice. Ooh, Varia, that's huge. But BrakeJake does look like he is deciding to go through as well after finding that screw attack. That Varia definitely helping Sunwu get through the room here. And that's, oh yes, and the prediction has, oh, BrakeJake having a little bit of trouble. Varia should give him enough health to get through this next section, but that is a little spicy. Sunwu probably gonna decide to go through Morph, or not. Okay. He does have to check Bomb Trees though, so at some point he's gonna have to come back, or he's gonna choose to do it now. And 230 missiles as well. No worries, Grim David. I always do the same thing. I actually said it last match. I said lower Norfair instead of upper. We find X-Ray here at 230 missiles. Oh no. Jake skipped. Okay, yeah. Oh, I think he remembered, like, oh wait, I actually do have to pick this up. Yeah, the urge to skip it is very strong, but in these settings, he does in fact have to pick it up. It does look like he is going to be going through criteria for vanilla morph, and we'll probably do the meme route after this. While Sunwu is saving at the ship to probably get more power bombs. You do need power bombs in order to get through meme route. We find space jump at the Alpha missiles. Definitely very nice for movement. And as Chrono points out, space jump and screw attack are required for Gauntlet in these settings. So it does put Varia in logic. Jake going through meme route here. A little low on power bombs. He's gonna have to do this nice little power bomb there. That'll open up the way to early supers, or not early supers, Spoo missiles. And he will need to farm for another super or power bomb pack though, or not pack, but drop. But with these 3 bugs here, it's definitely not as slow as it could be. Oh, and there he finds it. Oh, and a second one. That'll be nice for the reserve room. Very, very lucky drops there for Jake. I can't remember the exact percentages, but it's definitely less than 10%. Yeah, Chrono thinks it's 2%. That sounds closer to being right. So both of these players opting to skip all but the quickest checks that are not Chozo statues. Jake stumbling a little bit here, getting the nice short mock ball there. I forgot to point out that they did find Wave Beam at SMRAT. We'll put Croc in Logic. Now, having collected all the Chozo statue items here in Brinstar, BrakeJake is making his way to either a wreck ship or Upper Norfair. BrakeJake getting his 30th super missile. That will definitely make Bull Ridley much easier to defeat. SunWu coming back in this direction, I'm thinking he's opting for wreck ship first, and with space jump, it does make a lot of sense to go there. And also, I found in these settings, and I think Chrono and maybe some other players will agree with me, that going wreck ship first on these settings is pretty beneficial. It seems pretty often that you find a suit somewhere there, so we'll see if it pays off for SunWu. Oh, we get charge beam at X-ray. I definitely expect BrakeJake at this point to not pick up any other ammo. Maybe some power bombs. SunWu forgetting that he's not in boss shuffle, or area rando, and you cannot save there. I think maybe he's thinking his boss shuffled. Because otherwise, not too sure what he's thinking. You know, having found Varia, there's a pretty good chance that Upper Norfair will have some items that BrakeJake can take advantage of. Because finding gravity will be pretty huge if it's there, allowing him to get through Lower Norfair without having to come back down. But doing Rickship first, it's also a pretty beneficial because you only have to go to Norfair once at that point. But the checks here can take quite a bit of time. But with there being a Chozo statue at bowling, it's fairly likely there'll be an item there. So they may have to do all these checks anyway. But one thing to keep in mind is, let's say you finish, the race in Lower Norfair, that countdown timer will start the minute you get the last upgrade. And generally you want to be as close as possible to the end because the timer actually slows down the game. So it will make the traversing back take a bit longer. Yes, Jake taking down first boss there. Did not think we got a spring ball there, so was a required boss. As SunWu is finishing off Fantoon. And for everyone who doesn't know, the Chozo items are also the items behind bosses, including Fantoon's right super pack here, right above this room, to the right. This BrakeJake is going down to check ice. Ooh, and SunWu skipping, or maybe he's double checking to make sure, checking to make sure that it was in fact a Chozo item. Just a knee tank. At this point, he's feeling comfortable enough to take down Ridley, despite his kind of low ammo count. BrakeJake trying to set up this nice little mock ball here. It can be a bit hard to set up without ice equipped. That looked pretty good. And he gets it. Not sure if he really saved much time with the amount of times he had to set up there, but still looks pretty flashy. And we find Speed Booster at the wreck ship E-Tank. Gonna be very nice for getting through the rest of the game. A little annoying at times, not having high jump and speed booster, but space jump might help out a little bit with that. And Bubble Mountain here having 2 Chozo checks here at Wave and Speed Booster. Oh, and we find gravity here at speed. That will allow BrakeJake to skip bowling if it happens to not be an upgrade. Actually, skip almost all of Wreck Ship, because E-Tank E-Tank was a speed, so he still has to kill Fantoon. But like I said, he'll be very, very close to the ship when the timer starts, because this should be the last area that BrakeJake goes through now that he has gravity. And he has ice for bot wound, so he won't have speed to get through, but he should be able to get through to Dragon just easy enough. BrakeJake fumbling a little bit in the double chamber room. Very common for people to fall there. The timing the jump out through that door transition can be a little tough, but there are a few visual cues. And he gets high jump. Very, very nice quality of life item there for movement. And okay, so BrakeJake is actually going to have to come to bowling, so SunWu not really losing any time come to Wreck Ship first. BrakeJake, without having speed booster, getting through that lava dive pretty quickly there. It does look like he's gonna take the save here. It's a nice one if it ends up that screw attack doesn't have an item. It can make it a little bit easier to get through, but yes, Chrono does point out that the fact that SunWu got grapple there will make Shack Tool easier to check. Ice Clip is pretty much a requirement for Dash Rando, and I know BrakeJake has done quite a few of those tournaments, so he may be prepared for that, but it definitely is much easier to do with the required items, or vanilla required. BrakeJake will be farming up some supers here. Especially if there's an item here, he'll... Okay, Plasma, yeah, he won't be reverting that save, so having Plasma will, you know, definitely make getting through Ridley much easier. At this point, he'll just be racing by, not picking up any other items besides the Chozo items. And as Chrono's pointing out, the only item that we don't know the location of is bombs. Could be here behind Ridley. I think it has to. Well, no, there's still a few checks in Meridia, but skipping Meridia saves quite a bit of time. So if we find bombs here at Lower Norfair, that might be big for SunWu, because he'll know after getting the Plasma there that he can just get out of Lower Norfair and be done. Ridley does take a lot of time. So, oh yes, BrakeJake does have high jump, by the way, WJG, or Reem, whoever's tracking. Yes, Saber, BrakeJake does. So if Ridley does have bombs here and SunWu decides to go to lower Norfair before Meridia, that will put him at a distinct advantage because he knows that he can skip all of Meridia. We get a nice create quick kill against for SunWu. BrakeJake making quick work of Ridley here. Alright, it's going to be behind Ridley here. It'll definitely change the pace of this race. Oh, no bombs. So if SunWu goes to Meridia first and finds bombs there, it could be a decent advantage for him. And BrakeJake, oh, that's... I'm not entirely sure what to think about that save. He does have to go back down to Plasma. It might have been faster to save before Ridley if he was going to do this reset. It's still going to save him some time, I believe, but not nearly as much as you know, if he had saved in the Key Hunter shaft. Oh yeah, Croc, Meridia, Chrono. I think, yeah, Croc and Meridia I think are the only other places. And Croc is a pretty slow check. Curious to see if they decide to check it before going to Meridia or not. Alright, and we got BrakeJake on his way out of Lower Norfair. With SunWu about to find Gravity. And taking advantage of his speed booster here to get through this room much faster. It does look like Jake is going to be checking Croc, unless he's just using this to get out of Upper Norfair. Alright, and yes, Funnel Saber mentioned in the chat, fighting Croc will be much faster with this charge plasma. It only requires that one hit here. having some fun with Croc there, doing some screen wrapping. Looks like SunWu is going to not go down to Lower Norfair yet. He might be thinking that they're overall pretty slow checks. He wants to make sure that Meridia doesn't have any items before heading down, but yeah. Oh, and bombs are at Croc. So I think we might see SunWu checking all these items here for just about no reason. But BrakeJake might also do the same thing. Looks like Meridia has no items once again. I think in actually my race versus SunWu, that was the case, and I was able to completely skip Meridia and finish the seed out in about 45 minutes. But BrakeJake still doesn't know about what items are at Wreck Ship, so he still might opt to check all the items here. I believe Jake has already checked X-ray. I think it was charge. With both of our racers missing 2 items, it could be. It could still be anyone's game. It just really depends on which items you decide to skip here. But I might have to agree with the fact that BrakeJake already went down. He might be at a slight advantage, though. SunWu will, if he checks Croc first, then he has the advantage of not having to kill Ridley or anything. So it's all up to these players' decisions at this point who wins. Spike, he's also missing grapple. Jake does have a bit of an advantage here in Meridia, having a microwave for Botwoon and Dragon. You might see SunWu checking Plasma here, and then perhaps Shack Tool. Though he could opt to check Shack Tool after going and visiting Lower Norfair, but I think it might be faster for him to just check these Meridia items so that he knows for sure. Neo, there's no reason to worry here. These are very capable runners. screw attack, and both suits, I think they're going to be feeling very comfortable. And as there is no Torian, no Mother Brain fight, there's not much else they really need to worry about. So for round 3, we will have a Bounty Blaster, which is where there's 8 objectives that are randomly selected, and they will need to complete 5 of them. So any 5 of the 8, and depending on what, which items they find, they'll opt to pick certain objectives over others, and depending on their routing, will really affect how fast all this goes. BrakeJake here, finishing off Dragon. But also Heavens, since this is best 3 out of 5, it will be going to game 3 no matter what. Don't worry, WJG. I got it written down here in my notepad. SunWu accidentally firing off his last super and making his muscle memory to switch items there a little off. That can be a bit frustrating when you've played this game so much that you're used to pushing item select 3 times for power bombs. But yeah, BrakeJake's movement's looking very solid as as he messes up. Other than that, very, very fast. I would say he might have the most consistent movement and boss fights of all the other racers in this tournament. Oh, and it looks like Jake will be skipping Shack Tool and making his way to Wreck Ship through Forgotten Highway. It's probably best case scenario for him, with us knowing that there are 2 items there, the last 2 items there. I think all comes down to if SunWu decides to check Croc before going to Lower North Fair. Alright, we're about to find out which decision he makes. Oh, and he is checking Croc, or is he going to be farming here? Ooh. Alright. Well, he will have a bit slower of a fight here with just a new route beam. But should still be a fairly quick fight. Got SunWu here fighting Croc, and BrakeJake fighting Phantoon. Phantoon also can be microwaved, so this should be a pretty quick fight here. And a nice microwave here from Jake. Here's to see if we'll see a save here from SunWu in case that the Croc item isn't anything. But at this point, we do know that it is bombs and is required. I mean, he's just going for it, which in this case will be faster. I think Jake accidentally picking up this E-tank here. I think SunWuFarmer is going to be happy to find that there. Got a nice little mock ball through the Indiana Jones room. Yes, I think Jake might still have the edge here. It's kind of slow checking, you know, the bowling item here, but SunWu farming up some supers for the Ridley fight, and potentially the green gate glitch. Gonna lose a little bit of time. Man, Niz trying to roast the commentator here. I don't know how we view that here at Speedrunners Arena. I think you know, a temporary ban might be in place. Grapple was at bowling. Yes, WJG. You better watch that Niz character. He might be asking for trouble. Yeah, I think both players should be getting their countdown clock started at about the same time. Ooh, BrakeJake gets a nice shine spark there. Short charge can be a little bit difficult. Alright, SunWu happy to find that item there as he makes his way back to the ship. This is going to be a very, very close one. BrakeJake is definitely in a better position, but I think it'll be within a minute or less. Does look like BrakeJake will be taking game number 2 here. And BrakeJake finishing with an official race time.gg time of 48:06. Looks like Semu will definitely be finishing up this seed. We'll find out the exact time difference here. Yeah, I think one of the major time differences here was the time it took to check Shack Tool, and I think it was just enough to get him in the win here. Also, the time Semu had to take to get back down to Norfair from Meridia. And don't go away, guys. Despite the 2 Samus medals there, this is in fact a best 3 out of 5. So there will be at least one more match here, or a race here in this match. SunWu finishing in 2nd place with a time of 50:11. BrakeJake played this one very well. I think really just making that decision to skip Shack Tool was what got him the win here. But yes, and for our next race, we have a Bounty Blaster, which is where we get 5 random objectives, like, clear all the items in an area, kill a certain boss, kill a certain number of bosses, mini bosses, King Cac, Tickle Redfish, and killing the Orange Gamer. So there'll be 8 of those randomly selected, and 5 will need to be completed. This one also does not have a Torian finish, so there will be no Mother Brain. And we'll be seeing that here shortly. We'll be taking a few minute break here while we wait for the racers to ready up.